Hello everyone, Atram and John here, and we are doing a standard deck tech for one of my crazy little brews here. Black-white mentor is what I call it, because it's actually black-white tokens probably, right John?
Yeah, this is the wannabe legacy deck, I guess.
Wannabe legacy deck?
I should say vintage. Wannabe vintage deck.
Wannabe vintage deck. Hey, I get to run Ancestral Recall too!
Exactly. So what is the goal with this deck?
So the goal with this deck is basically to land and protect a Monastery Mentor and just crush your opponents with infinite tokens.
Pretty much.
So, let's just quickly go over it. So we have a creature base of 4 Seeker of the Way, 4 Monastery Mentor, and 3 Brutal Horde Chief, which is interesting.
You guys remember this card, right?
Yes, let's bring it here for them. So, yes, this card, it's a fun card.
It's Super Hellrider.
Super Hellrider, yes. Hellrider that also gives you life, too, for some reason, because that's the thing. And the actual extra effect on it is immensely useful in this deck, too.
Yeah. So the goal is to crush red decks also. That's one of our secondary
goals. I hate red decks so much, I had to make certain that no matter what, I was playing a deck that could crush red deck. If you guys have watched, you know I have a passionate hatred for red deck. So...
And with this deck, there's just, 10 life gain main, so...
10 life gain?
Yeah, Seekers, Porches,
yeah, 10 life gain main, and then I also, have some reasonable sideboard stuff, like Despise and Duress versus them, so that way I take out my life loss. So, other cards worth noting, we have 4 Gods Willing, 4 Defiant Strike, we have some more token generators in the form of 2 Raise the Alarm, 3 Sorin, because Sorin's just insane, and 2 Secure the Wastes. We are splashing for Treasure Cruise, because really, why not? I'm already running the fetches.
If it's banned in Vintage, or if it's banned in Legacy, you probably should be playing it. That's my theory, always.
Right. So we have 2 mainboard Treasure Cruises, and a third one just kind of hiding out here in the sideboard for the control matches.
For value.
The 4 Thoughtseizes, obviously mainstay. We have a small removal package, not a big one in the main board, but still just enough. So we're running in the sideboard, Double Despise, Double Duress. We got a lot of 2-ofs in the sideboard. So Double Despise, Double Duress, Double Glare of Heresy. We have a 3rd Bioblight, a 3rd Downfall, 3 Self-Inflicted Wounds.
That card's nuts right now.
Yeah, Self-Inflicted Wound is insane in the format as it stands. Just any deck basically dies to that thing. You even bring it in against Esper Dragons, as we just witnessed. Yeah. It's just like, oh, you played a Jutai, Self-Inflicted Wound. Oh, you used your counterspell on it. Fine, then I'll play my Elspeth.
In fact, you were telling me there was some Abzan decks running at main now.
Yeah, I went up against the Abzan deck in an 8-man yesterday that had 2 of them in the main.
Yeah.
At the very least. And I was just like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I still won that. But it was still just, it was weird. So also versus like the control decks, you bring in Mastery of the Unseen too, because Mastery of the Obscene. And yeah, so the deck's pretty straightforward. You got 23 lands. I'm running 6 of the blue-based fetches, which basically are fetch swamp or your single island, fetch plains or your single island. It's just, it works out really well. We got the 4 caves, the 4 Temple of Silence, 1 Urborg, because, sometimes you just run out Urborg and use triple Thoughtseize on a guy. I've done that once. It was like, oh, 4th land, Urborg, triple Thoughtseize? Okay.
Alright, shall we see how it runs?
Yes, we shall see how this runs in an 8-man. Alright, see you soon.